We've got an interesting custom shop, Thinline Tele, to show you, something that's been designed by a player for players. Stick around. Hey, you're watching Alamo Music TV. My name is Chris McKee.
I'm Cooper Greenberg.
We're here with Alamo Music in San Antonio, Texas. You can find us online at alamomusic.com. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, you turn on notifications, like our videos. If you want to support our channel, visit our Spring Store link below for custom swag and check out our podcast, the Fretboard Confessional, wherever you get your podcast. Episode 2 should be out by the time you see this. And in episode 3, which we just recorded, we actually talk about this guitar, which is something that's interesting, unique, and definitely a player-centric custom shop.
Yeah, and it's a great lead-in to some more player-built custom shops that we'll be doing as the months go on. But this was done by a quasi-in-house guy, very good friend of ours, former Alamo employee, and Fender cat, Eric Longenhahn.
Eric Longrooster. Yeah, so he put this thing together. The specs are very unique, and I know that they were guided by his own experience, which is what's really cool about this. Eric is a player that's just constantly gigging, and has been the entire time I've known him. Yeah. It's really cool to see his posts on social media and see all the gigs that he does on a regular basis, but also to talk to him and know like it's those experiences that really inform his gear, and in this particular case, the build of this guitar, of what would work well in a bunch of different environments. There's a lot of musicians that maybe playing top 40 bands, that kind of thing, and you know the benefit of a versatile guitar and also one that's not very heavy, and so bam.
Yeah, this thing is pretty sweet. So Tele Thinline, Fijian Mahogany. Fijian, and there was a guy a long time ago that one of our sales guys talked on the phone, wanted a custom shop that we had, and kept asking if it was Fijian Mahogany, and it was not. It was black wood. On the back. It was that koa top. I think it was blackwood, right? Yeah. On the back. Some acacia. Am I right,
Tasmanian
guys?
Blackwood. Yep.
Tasmanian blackwood. And we're like, no, it's blackwood. And he's like, well, I'm from Fiji, and I want some Fijian Mahogany. Boom!
Here's what's cool about Fijian Mahogany, just as a small, little sidetrack, rabbit trail, if you will. It's actual mahogany. It's the same species as Honduran mahogany that was planted back in like World War II in Fiji, and has all matured. And Taylor uses it. They call it neotropical mahogany, but it's the real stuff. It's not like African mahogany kind of speak. It's mahogany.
So you got the Fiji stuff here, which is nice. Nice kind of, I think that's violin burst.
Violin burst.
A couple Shawbuckers in there.
Zebra Shawbuckers, which I like zebra. If it's going to be open coil, to me, it's got to be
cool.
zebra.
And now
zebra.
There's an interesting point here. You got a 3-way switch, boom, boom, boom. And then you got volume tone, push, pull, and you're thinking, okay, cool, I can split the humbuckers. Well, in the down position, this is single coil. Yeah, they're split. And then you pull them to engage the buck.
Yeah.
Which I was not expecting. I didn't know that going in, and I plugged in the guitar, started playing it, and realized it, and it's actually kind of cool.
It is kind of cool.
Never thought to do that. It's such a simple thing, but I think it's,
because you're starting with like classic Teletone.
Yeah.
And then you're switching to, by pushing down, right?
You pull up to get the humbucker.
Yeah, so you're switching in the up position in order to get that fatter, thicker driven sound. Yeah. It's similar in ways where sometimes you push down to kind of activate stuff. Yeah.
So you got basically, single, both single, 2 humbuckers, both humbucker, mix and match, a lot of different sounds. And with it being a thin line, with it being like this nice, light, resonant body, I think, it's the constant conversation of, does the body really make a difference with electrics? There's some kind of mojo with this guitar, and you'll be able to hear in the demo, but I do think having it be kind of this semi-hollow sort of vibe with the humbuckers, you can get that kind of 335-ish sound or you can get more of a Tele Thinline sound. It's just a lot of different options that you can blend. You can mess with the tone, on and off humbuckers. It's just neat. And then a really comfortable neck that's got a nice satin finish, player-centric, nice little
That's its technical term.
contoured heel, rosewood fingerboard.
I like the chopped.
I was about to, yeah.
The peach to it.
You beat me to it, but the chop with the brass saddles, very
Compensating,
cool.
so intonatable.
Yeah.
And do you remember what the radius is?
It's definitely over 7.25. I think it's a compound radius,
I think
right?
it's a compound from 9.5 to 12. And then I love the tuners. So the tuners are cool because they are vintage locking, which it's funny. I was just talking to our guy Dave back in the mid or tail end of the aughts to the like 2014, I think. Fender made a really cool series called the American Vintage Hot Rod Series. And it was based upon the American Vintage 1, or just Vintage Series at the time, but hot rodded out. And so you had hot rodded pickups, hot rodded hardware, and one of the things that a lot of them had were these tuners. And I know that Eric is familiar with that series. So these are vintage looking tuners that are locking. They don't have the thumb wheel on the back. They look, for all intents and purposes, like a normal vintage tuner. You pull the string through and you begin tuning it. And a cam comes up and it grabs the string, locks it. There's multiple benefits to this. One, you get the benefit of locking tuners. Two, you're not tightening yourself, which means you don't run the risk of just like shearing off a high E, which I've never done, but I've talked to people that have by over tightening, whether it's a back thumb thing or top one. So it's going to tighten as it needs to, and then as soon as that cam is locked in place, it starts tuning the string. Very fast string changes with these, which is pretty cool.
I put these on my custom shop.
Yeah, they're very great.
They're great. So, I mean, it basically, to me, takes the things that I love about, the neck and the rolled fret edges and kind of the ease of play with the contoured heel. Those are things that you don't often see on custom shops because it's real vintage inspired, either a gloss neck or just straight up like more classic, which is cool, but this is definitely focused on, you want to bring one guitar to the gig, got a bunch of different sounds. It's comfortable to play, easy to play.
Won't kill your back.
Eric is a guy who knows quite a lot about Fender and what he likes, so it's kind of cool to see some he put together is like, this is what I would play. So take a listen.
So there you have it. A very cool custom shop Thinline Tele with features that you're not going to find on pretty much any other custom shop that I can think I've ever seen, and something that's not available in Fender's lineup, and really put together by someone who knows everything there is to know about what Fender has to offer. It's not going to break your back, and it's not going to break the bank like some custom shops will, and it's extremely versatile. And we didn't talk about it, but I really dig the tortoiseshell pickguard with this color. So
4-ply.
yeah, very cool guitar. Oh, the one thing that we didn't mention that is important to this is that this is a direct mount bridge pickup. You talked about the fact. Let's just wade into some murky waters, shall we?
It's getting murked.
Do tone woods matter? I've always said yes. The extent to which they matter varies. It matters in looks, it matters in feel, it matters in weight, it matters in whether or not you like it. Does it matter in tone? It can. And when you make a decision like this, that's when it starts to matter. If it's, in a pick guard, even that can make a difference. If it's spring-mounted pickups in a pick guard, and that pick guard is 1-ply or a 3-ply or anodized aluminum or a 4-ply, it actually will change things because it's what they're mounted to. But Rhett Scholl, who's got a bigger following than we do, he did a video recently where he took a guitar, it was a Strat, and he changed the neck on the same guitar. And he's like, you know what? It sounds different. It's the same pickups, right? For all of you guys who are naysayers on the internet that tone woods don't matter, it's like, oh, it's all in the pickups. And yet, you can change the neck, and rosewood sounds different than maple. It does. Now, if you add tons of overdrive and other stuff, all of that starts getting lost. But I have long said that whatever the foundation is that you're working with, it really kind of matters in the end. So going with a thin-line, light mahogany, Fijian mahogany body, and direct mounting that Shawbucker to the bridge, it's a cool choice and it makes a difference. That's why there's that mojo there.
And we got one of them.
One of one.
And it is a one-of-one guitar. It is on our website where you can see some photos.
I gotta do this. Someone complimented me the other day on my Vanna White.
It is nitro, so you can see some
off-gassing.
A little off, but it's always on. You know what I'm saying? Very cool guitar. Makes me very excited to show off all the cool custom shop stuff that we've got coming. Some stuff from the dealer event that Chris went to. Some stuff that we made with our bare hands in a cave with a box of scraps.
Hey, the dealer event stuff's cool. I came back with custom shops and COVID, so, nice.
And the COVID's gone, but the custom shops
remain.
are still coming. Yeah. In the end, we all shall fall. So check out the website. Look at all the cool custom shop stuff. Anticipate more cool things. But if you're in the market since those are going to be pretty Strat focused, I will just say, Tele-wise, for a gig in person, this is a fantastic choice. Lets you stand out a little bit, something a little different, and I think the sound speaks for itself.
Absolutely. So check it out, alamomusic.com. Add to cart, call us about it. It'll make someone's dreams come true. If you're new to our channel, what should they do?
You're going to want to subscribe to the channel, all right? And then you're going to want to like them, being the videos, and comment on them, share them with your friends.
Thanks so much. We'll see you next time.